Right, today something slightly different. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome again. Now, today I'm going to show you what I have in my everyday carry kit. Now, this is a little pouch that I've been using for a while, very small, fits into the palm of my hands, and it's what I carry every day for emergencies or anything I might need. Now, I've been doing this for a bit and I never realised that it was a thing. And there's lots of videos about it. Now, as usual, struggling with my camera handle, but that was all right. And if you can see this box here, it's just the box that my camera stand is on. So let's see what I carry every day. Now, funny enough, I was out with some friends. We had a couple of days away at a hobby group, and somebody wanted a paracetamol and I didn't have one. But she got this out, and I'd been away with her previously, and she had exactly a silver purse. And she went, I've got one now after seeing you with one. She said, what a great idea. So they are useful, and it is a thing. And I think most of us carry things, but we have them loose in our handbag, and then you, especially if you need an emergency, you're rummaging around to see what's there. So let's see what I've got. It's a mishmash of things. So I have a chapstick. I'm not someone who regularly uses a chapstick, but you can bet that if I don't have one with me, I'll want one. So I carry a chapstick. I have a Vicks inhaler. I have asthma and I have hay fever, and sometimes I get a very stuffy nose and I carry that with me. Again, everybody's items would be different. I have the end of a tube of hydrocortisone cream. Again, sometimes I've had sore hands, particularly with nursing, but a lot of it is if you have a bite or a sting, it can take some of the damage out of it and the inflammation early on. So I always carry that. I have to be careful where I put all this. A pair of nail clippers. Again, you know, I don't intend to do my nails on the go, but it can do for cutting thread or anything you needed it to. It fits in my bag, so it goes in. Now, this is one of my favourites. This little circular thing is from one of the Korean, Japanese shops that I found in Manchester, and I love them. Let me show you. I've opened the package for quickness. So it's a little tiny, what looks like a white dot, and then there's a little water that had. Drop it in and look what happens, how it expands, and it becomes quite a sturdy towel or cloth. Absolutely quite a decent size. So if you, I don't know, you have an accident or somebody else does, or you spill something down yourself, or a spillage, you just need something, that cloth, really quite sturdy, handy, and it folds up into that. So that's a little bit of an obsession. I've got a bag full of them. They're in my toilet bags, and I always take them when I'm travelling. So I'll put that back to one side. I have a small perfume sample. This is an Ola Kylie one, and I always use that in case I need to freshen up and smell a bit better. I have wipes for my glasses. I wear glasses obviously all the time, and prescription sunglasses. I always carry them to make sure I can clean them properly. I have a third. My husband wears glasses as well. Now, this is a strange one. You might think, what the hell? A sachet of vinegar. Now, I go to football, and sometimes my sister and I will decide that we'll have chips, particularly, you know, if it's an early game or an unusual time game, and it's sort of between meal times. But the only thing is, at the football ground, they have salt, but there's no vinegar, and you can't have chips without vinegar. So I collect these from places, and I always have one in my bag. I have a Interdens brush. I always carry one of them. You know, people don't do toothpicks anymore. Pair of tweezers, small tweezers. They're good again for stray hairs on your chin. Now, I'm 65, and we all of senior age know all about the chins, but also it's good for getting splinters out, anything that you might need. in an emergency. This is a sachet of it's hand wipes, antibacterial hand wipes, and I always carry one of them with me because you just never know. One, I'm a bit of a stickler for hygiene. I usually have hand gel anyway, but this is just in case you need to sort of wipe a surface, or you know, if you're on a train and it's a mucky table, a train table or anything. I always carry a hand wipe, some Rennie's indigestion tablet. Other brands are available, but anybody over 40 knows that the devilish heartburn can strike at any time, and if it doesn't strike you, there'll be somebody else saying, has anybody got a Rennie? So I'll keep some Rennies in there. Oh, we couldn't have vinegar without a little sachet of salt. I have some safety pins of various sizes. Again, safety pins, it's a bit of a dying thing, isn't it? But often somebody wants a safety pin, or if I don't need it myself. What else have I got? Plasters, 2 different sizes of plasters. I want to call them Band-Aids. I think I watch too many American YouTubers. But 2 plasters. And this used to be one of a pair. I don't know what happened to the other one. I must have needed one and didn't have it. And I do have a glove, a hygiene glove. That's in case, I don't know, you come up on a mess, you want to use it, you need to do a bit of first aid. I'm obsessed with gloves and things, so I always have a glove in there. And I have a little baggie. Again, it's the Americanism coming out. The bag itself is useful. I don't know, for putting something in, if you lose it, I don't know, break a tooth, break a nail, lose an earring, you can put the other one in and keep it clean. But this is like a little medicine pack for me. And I'll tell you what, I carry medicines. I think as you get older, you need to carry more and more. So the Nursing Me has 2 aspirin tablets. You know, if you come across anybody who thinks having a medical episode or a heart attack or a stroke, you should get them to put an aspirin, ideally under the tongue, or if they crunch it, but get an aspirin down them. It sort of helps quickly in an emergency to prevent further blood clotting. I must admit, my husband had a medical episode when we were in Spain, and who didn't have an aspirin on him at that time? Now, he didn't need to go to hospital. We were going home the next day. He had a big sort of a fainting or whatever, but because I wasn't sure whether it was like a TIA, you know, a transient ischemic attack, he didn't want to go to hospital. Got him back home because we were going home the next day, and I had to go around all the pharmacies to get some aspirin, but I did, so always have aspirin with me. I have some throat lozenges, you know, cough lozenges, throat lozenges. Again, they're handy. I have asthma, hay fever. They're very handy if I get a dry, sticky throat. If you're on a plane and your ears are popping, take one of those. I have 2 painkillers, 2 of my painkillers that I like to keep with me, just in case. You can either have 1 or 2. They do have ibuprofen in, and I'm not supposed to take ibuprofen regularly because of other medication. So because of that, I have omeprazole as well to protect, for gastric protection for my stomach. And I'm sure I had something else in this, and suddenly it's not here. But hey, that is what I have. Well, that's all my stuff. Like I say, I think as you get older, you know, you carry more and more. So that's mine. But if you're looking at doing something like this yourself, let me show you this beautiful tin. This beautiful image tin of this mother and 2 young children. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And it's quite a good size. I got it in TK Maxx. It's actually got a beautiful, beautiful lavender soap in. But it was the tin that I saw. Now, if you wanted to put one of these in your bag yourself, what a gorgeous... Ah, that's what it had in it. I knew I had 2 other things. I also have 2 other painkillers, which are Solpadol, which are strong paracetamol liquidized for fast relief for when I have a chronic back pain as well. So when I need that. So that's where they were. That confused me. But that beautiful little tin. So if you're looking at starting something yourself, find a little purse or a little beautiful tin like that, which looks decorative as well as being useful. So that is what I carry in what I call my everyday kit. or everyday carry. Do you have one? Are you thinking of having one? What would you carry? Do you carry things loose in your handbag, which I think we all tend to do, but when you want something and you're looking around, and the more you try and furiously hunt it out your bag, you can't find it. So I just find this, I just lift that out and I can find most things that I want. So let me know. I'd be interested to know what you carry and whether you would carry one. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to like or even subscribe, you'd make an old girl's day. Thank you so much. Bye.